Listen, guys, Byron comes out of Sotheby's International Realty in Connecticut, okay? He's ranked number 5 in sales with Sotheby's in the region. This guy's a heavy hitter. He's been featured on Inman Direct, which is they videotape that, and that's in front of a large crowd, right?
Yeah, so I think that was maybe 1,000 people, Inman, New York, and then Inman, San Fran, twice a year, and Inman Connect is real estate agents and then the tech community basically clashing for a conference twice a year.
That's awesome. And you've also been featured on something called Tom X, which is Tom Ferry, who is an industry-leading coach, a program that he puts on to educate realtors around the country, right?
Yeah, Tom X is at the Tom Ferry Summit. It's basically, in my opinion, the state of the union of real estate each year. You get about 5,000 to 6,000 agents that attend that live every year, and then about 20,000, will watch that on the live cast throughout the world, really. So.
And aside from that, you also have, Raw and Uncut, you and your partner, Tim Beret.
Real Estate Raw and Uncut, man.
Awesome show. It's if you haven't seen it, you've got to check it out on YouTube.
Yeah, that's YouTube.com/Byron Lazine. It's really just, content, improv content, really. So Tim and I will sit down, because we're real estate brokers. We've got a residential team. We have a commercial team. We have another company we're building, which is a product for real estate agents. We don't have time to sit there and script out our 10-minute YouTube show. We beginning of the day, Monday, we say, what do we want to talk about? What's happening in the industry? What's important? What happened to you this weekend? Whatever it may be, pick the topic. We know our business, sit down, jam on it, slap it up on YouTube, and go and help people buy and sell real estate.
That's awesome. And I like the fact that you guys are very transparent. You tell it how it is, and that's what we do here on the Roundtable. It's really the only way to be. No fluff. Save the fluff. I think you said in your thing, like we're peeling back the...
Yeah, we peel back the layers, right? But one of the quotes that came out of that show, and I've probably put it on Instagram, is drop the drama, do the deal, right? Like, people put up barriers in terms of producing content, and they spend 8, 9, 10 hours a day trying to figure out what they're going to do as opposed to just doing. And if you do that consistently every week, it introduces you to more people, which gives you the opportunity to help them achieve their goal, which is the end game, right? Mm-hmm. The reason we're doing this radio show is to hopefully bring value to the local community here, national community, whether you're a real estate agent or if you're looking to buy and sell in Providence or Rhode Island, wherever you are.
Yeah, absolutely. And I got to say, for almost 3 years now, we're in our third season of doing this show.
Wow.
And we've got to meet so many people, and we've got to network with so many great agents like yourself around the country.
Let me ask you, what do you enjoy about radio the most? Is it meeting the people? Is it meeting buyers and sellers? So is it the networking side? Is it the buyers and sellers? Is it just that you like it? Because I started doing a radio show, 4 or 5 months ago, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
forgot to mention that.
Yeah, that's all right. It's all good. So I'm curious. You've been doing it a lot longer. What's been the biggest benefit to you?
The biggest thing is being able to give back and being able to educate not only not only our listeners, but also people. In the real estate process. Yeah. So let's just say if we're going through a transaction, we have all these videos that we have. They're called video assets of our show. So it could be anything from radon mitigation to, home inspections to how to close, on a property. Okay, so we take those video segments and we can email them out not only to our clients, but also to other agents. And let's face it, there's a lot of agents that have recently came into real estate, right?
Yeah.
We're in a booming market. You have a lot of people thinking that they're going to get rich quick in real estate, and it's just not always how it is. Now, you heard my piece. You have a ton of videos out there.
Well, dude, I'm like you. I'm a big believer that you can't give enough information to the real estate community, whether it's brokers or agents, because one, at the end of the day, most of them aren't going to take action on it, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, you just know that they're not. So I want the ones that are going to take action to up their game, because I'm sick and tired of going out there and people lumping us into, sleazy salespeople as opposed to consultants, right? Mm-hmm. And so that was really what triggered us into video, and then I just got addicted, right? It's like, want to produce it every single... The value of doing it consistently far outweighs the value of having one perfect video every 6 months. Mm-hmm. Right? I'm a big believer in quantity. I don't care if I put out a piece of content that's not the best ever, right, on a Tuesday, because I know next Tuesday I've got another at-bat and another at-bat the following Tuesday, and I just overproduce content because you never know when the right piece comes out and it sticks with somebody, and that's your opportunity to meet the next right person in your sphere.
Now, as far as meeting the right people, now you've had, quite a few big timers on your show. You've had Joshua Smith, who's, I believe he's the number 1 or 2 RE/MAX agent in the entire country, correct?
Yeah, and he doesn't even, at this point, the way he's built his team, he doesn't even go into listing appointments anymore. He's just checking in with his team manager. He's a true, when you talk about and see all these teams across the country, I know you've got a team. He's a true CEO of a team. He's really operating on that GSD brand, which is his other company. But still, his team is just killing it.
Yeah, they're cranking.
Oh, they're cranking.
I give him a ton of credit, and he also does. He also educates agents and the
he's got a great YouTube
as well
channel rather.
I like the fact that you were talking about how you want to bring the industry up as a whole, and that's the whole philosophy of the Despirito team as well. And we're going to be talking about that later on in the show, about how agents need to work together and with each other instead of against each other. And a lot of times that happens, and the only person that really hurts are our clients. The only people it really hurts are our clients. Because if a transaction doesn't go through, or if it doesn't happen, or if it doesn't happen in the best way, because there's friction there between two professionals, no good. And on the other end of things, we are looked at as an industry as toll takers. People...
Yeah.
You agree?
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I mean,
it's crazy.
The fact that agents are still, and this has always been the way it's been, letting their emotions inflict into the deal, right? Like letting their beliefs, I wouldn't live there. It's not your money, man.
Oh, I
right?
hate that.
Like, you're not spending the dough.
Yeah.
Guide them through the process, but you have to tap into what they ultimately want to be able to help somebody. If you're pushing against their wants, their needs, you're not helping the deal, and you're definitely not helping your client.